This is the main pack of my 3-tier pack system that I've developed. This is the MOLLE II Gen 1, from what I can gather, Rifleman's Ruck or main pack. And it was made as part of a system, and it was made to work with a sleeping system and a waist pack, and also with an assault pack, which I have also incorporated into my 3-tier pack system. So what we're going to do right now is look this over. They're hard to find now. You can get them. I notice they're kind of expensive. So here's the main pack. It's one large sack, which is what I like in main packs personally. I don't like multiple openings. I don't like bottom openings. I don't care for that stuff. It's just not for me. I like one big sack with a lot of compression possibilities, and this pretty much has that. Some of the features is it has this claymore pouch, and that's what they call it, and this is almost exactly the same pouch that you're going to see on the assault pack. Not only is it called a claymore pouch on both, but it also has the little snaps here to install the ammo bandolier. The pack has this overlarge flap, and the bottom of the flap is a map case with a clear plastic that you're supposed to be able to write with a grease pencil. Don't see much use in that. I've never heard of anybody stopping and taking their pack open so that they can look at their map. Then it's got this drawstring neck, which is okay. It's not a big deal to me, but it's all right to have it. And then inside, you've got these metal tabs, and therefore attaching a radio sack that I do not have. And other than that, other than those 4 tabs for attaching the radio sack, there's nothing else inside. Like I said, it's a big bag, and a big bag is what I wanted. As you can see, it says it's a MOLLE II main pack. Now the pack's made to go onto the MOLLE frame, so it has these little metal doodads, and then it has some Fastex doodads for attaching to the frame. This is the MOLLE II pack frame with what is probably MOLLE I waist belt and shoulder straps. I do notice that there's a difference. Some of the differences I see between this shoulder strap setup and the MOLLE II that you most likely see is the little chest strap is a lot more bulky. There's stuff here, hardware here, that's not on the newer one. Yeah, I may have to figure a way around that. Also, when setting it up, I noticed that this is a totally different setup in the old MOLLE I versus the more modern MOLLE II. In the 2, there's Velcro and there's these little metal doodads, but here all you've got is some Fastex, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that, but I just had to figure a little different way of setting it up. But like I said, it's woodland, and woodland is what I wanted. So here's the pack on the frame and filled up so that you can kind of see how she looks when she's filled out. I don't have anything in the claymore pouch. One interesting thing on this early MOLLE pack is that there's a combination of MOLLE webbing and old Alice webbing. I think that's very, very interesting. I haven't read any specific purpose for this Alice webbing, but it's there. And And of course you can use MOLLE gear on it too, but that is Alice webbing, reminiscent of an Alice pack. These 8 points that you see here for MOLLE, this is specifically made for a sustainment pouch. There should have been one on each side. And they really increase the amount of cargo that you can carry because they're large, soft pouches. I guess the biggest negative I have with this pack is how the sustainment pouches go on. Now I have a sustainment pouch on this side. I don't have one on the other, so you can see. Actually, this strap is supposed to go through right here, but it's very, very awkward how they go on. If you look over on this side, you have these straps that allow you to cinch up the pack tight, and that's very important with a pack. But once you put the sustainment pouch on, and you can't put those on really until you've tightened it up. I've tried and it's just very, very difficult. But once you put them on, this no longer has any purpose at all. So I just don't care for that. And they got rid of that whole thing. I mean, not only did you have a lot of real estate here that was not available to any other MOLLE except the sustainment pouch, but you also lost a lot of capability, and you made it very awkward for packing the pack and taking things off and putting things on. Just not a great design. All right, so that's a little more in-depth look at this pack. As I said, I've made it part of my 3-tier system, minus the sustainment pouches. Although I will concede that if you have them, you do have the capability of adding quite a bit more stuff to your pack, and that's not a bad thing. But that's my look at it. Thanks for bearing with me.